Hey everyone, this is Gayatri. Welcome you all to BIOSKUL. In today's session, we are going to learn some most frequently used terms in genetics. Believe me, please take till the end of the video and you are going to get a clear idea of genes, allele, genotype, phenotype, homozygous and heterozygous. These most frequently used words of genetics. So let's begin and first know. So what is gene? Gene, it is a segment of DNA. So this is the DNA and we know that DNA, it is a double-stranded DNA and it is a polynucleotide sequence. So gene, it is a segment of DNA and each segment of DNA, it contains a specific nucleotide sequence. Let's consider the nucleotide sequence. Here it is ATGC. And this specific nucleotide sequence of a segment of DNA that codes for particular trait or character. So consider this segment, it codes for the color of eye or eye color. Similarly, the other segment, it codes for different enzymes. So what is gene? Gene, it is a segment of DNA that contains specific nucleotide which codes for a particular type of character, that is known as gene. Then the next term, it is allele. So what is allele? Allele is nothing but it is a variant form of a gene. So let's look this picture in a chromosome. Okay, so the gene, which is a segment of DNA that codes for the particular character, and here we are taking as an example as color of eye. It is located on chromosome. Okay, let's say it is located on chromosome number 1. We have 23 pairs of chromosomes and we are diploids. We have one maternal chromosome and another one, that is paternal chromosome, right? And the gene that codes for the color of eye, it located on the same position of both the homologous chromosome, right? So now we got two genes for a particular character, that is eye color, right? So single copy of the gene, this one is the single copy of the gene, it is known as one allele. It is called as allele, right? Both the alleles, though they are code for the similar character, but they are maybe similar, maybe different. Let's say this allele, it codes for black eye color. Okay, black eye color, and the other one, it may code for the brown eye colors, or both may be same. Both the alleles are same as B, capital B, capital B, and both are code for the black color. It may be both are small b, both are code for brown color, or it may be capital B and small b. So whatever the combination, that depends on what we inherited from our parent. Okay, so the alleles, it may be same or it may be in different combinations, but in an individual we can get maximum 2 alleles. In an individual, how many alleles are present? 2 alleles are present for a single character, right? And the difference, it is due to some minute change in the nucleotide sequence. Okay, that's why we can call allele, it is a variant form of gene. If we will talk about the population, we know that in population, for example, for the eye color, some people have black eye color, some people has the brown color. Brown, it may be the light brown color, it may be the dark brown color. Also some people has blue eye color, right? So the different alleles or multiple alleles we can find in a population, but in an individual only 2 alleles are present. So what is an allele? Allele, it is a variant form of gene. Hope now you have a clear idea about gene and allele. Another important point I want to mention here, that alleles are of 2 types. One allele is known as the dominant allele and other one is recessive allele. So what is dominant allele? What is recessive allele? That we can understand by taking examples of pea plant, right? So Mendel's pea plant, the tall pea plant, it is represented by 2 same type of allele, capital T, or it is represented by capital T and small t, right? Let's take this situation, capital T and small t. What it represents? It represents the tall. So here the allele that represents the other allele is known as dominant allele. Okay. So what is dominant allele? Dominant allele is that allele which suppresses the expression of other allele, is known as dominant allele. Then recessive allele. So what is recessive allele? Recessive allele is that allele which is suppressed by the dominant allele, is known as the recessive allele. Okay, and always the dominant form, it is represented by capital letter, and recessive form, it is represented by small letter. Now we'll see another 2 terms. One is phenotype and other term, it is called as the genotype. So what is phenotype? Phenotype is that character that we see, or the observable character is known as the phenotype. Okay, the character that is observable or that we can see is known as phenotype. Then what is genotype? Genotype, it is the genetic composition that is present behind the observable character, is known as genotype. So genotype, it is the genetic composition. Okay, the genetic characteristic or the genetic composition that is present behind the observable character is known as genotype. So we can understand this by taking the examples of Mendelian monohybrid cross. In the Mendelian monohybrid cross, the Mendel first he took a tall plant and crossed that tall plant with a dwarf plant. Then in F1 generation, he observed all the plants are tall. Okay. Then he crossed the F1 plant with a similar type of tall plant. Okay. Then what he observed? He observed 3 plants are tall and 1 dwarf plant. In F2 generation, what is the ratio of tall to dwarf? It is 3:1, right? Similarly, for the genotype, he took a tall plant, but here we are looking the genetic composition, not the observable character. So let me write down it as a allele. So tall plant, it took capital T, 2 alleles, and for the dwarf plant, it is the small t and the small t. So in F1 generation, he got the plant like this of genetic composition capital T and small t. So this genetic composition plant which represents tall phenotypically, but genetic composition is capital T in F1 generation. Then in F2 generation, when he crossed similar type of plant, then what he got? He got capital T, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, and small t, small t. this is F2 generation. Okay, this is F2 generation for phenotype character. So here you can observe three different type of genetic composition, right? One is capital T, then two are capital T small t, and another one it is small t. So what is the genetic composition? Genetic composition here it is 1:2:1. So this is the difference between phenotype and genotype. Phenotype means the character that we observe or that we can see is known as phenotype character, and the genetic composition that is present behind that phenotypic character is known as genotype. Hope I am able to clear the concept of phenotype and genotype. Now we'll look into another two terms that are homozygous and heterozygous. So to remember this one, first we have to understand that what is homo mean? Homo means same, right? And here we are talking about alleles. So if there is presence of same type of allele, then that is called as homozygous. Okay, so it may be capital T. Okay, for the tall plant it is a homozygous condition, and small t, this is also homozygous. As I told you that always the capital letter it is represented for the dominant alleles and small letter for the recessive alleles. So this one we called as dominant homozygous, and this one is called as recessive homozygous. Now we'll look into heterozygous. What is the meaning of hetero? Hetero means different, right? Hetero means different. And what is different? That is we are here talking about the alleles. So here the alleles are if different, then that is called as heterozygous. Different means one it is the dominant alleles and another one is the recessive allele. Okay, so here you can see that there are two different alleles are present. If two different alleles are present, then that is called as heterozygous. So here another term I want to mention, that is what is homozygote. Homozygote means an individual, it may be the plants or animal, that have the homozygotic genes. Okay, that is TT or TT is known as homozygote. Similarly, what is heterozygote? Heterozygotes are the individuals or the organisms, it may be the plant or animals, that have heterozygous type of gene composition, and that individual is known as heterozygote. Okay, so the individual which has homozygous type of gene composition or homozygotic gene composition is known as the homozygote, and that individual who have heterozygotic type of gene composition is known as heterozygote. In homozygote here, this individual it will produce the similar type of gametes, right? Similar type of gametes. But in the heterozygote, it will always produce the two different type of gametes, right? As it has heterozygote, it has the two different alleles, so it will produce the two different type of gametes. But in homozygote, as it has the two similar type of alleles, so it will produce always similar type of gamete. Hope this video will definitely help you a lot, and it cleared the concept of what is a homozygous, heterozygous, phenotype, genotype, and what is gene and allele. If you like this video, then please do share with your friends and subscribe my channel for such more informative videos in upcoming days. Thank you all for joining me today. Still, if you have any confusion of any terms of biology, then please let me know. I will make a video for you. Bye bye. See you in my next video. Till then, keep learning.